Color me deeply impressed, FBI. No, genuinely, I ain't joking. This shit here is diabolical. This has got to be the spookiest, in the FBI sense in this case, operation I have ever had the displeasure, I suppose, of seeing in real life right before my eyes. So the Twitter files that dropped today, or a while ago now, but I just got around to it, basically shows us in black and white that the FBI was specifically priming Joel Roth, the then head of site integrity, to dismiss the Hunter Biden laptop scandal out of hand through a lengthy plan of disinformation and straight-up grima worm-tonguing from FBI insiders working at Twitter. This is some movie script shit right here, brothers. So, okay. Let's have a look here. So, the Hunter Biden laptop, right? The story begins in December 2019, when the Delaware computer store owner named John Paul J.P. MacIsaac contacts the FBI about a laptop that Hunter Biden left with him. On December 9th, 2019, the FBI issued a subpoena for and takes Hunter Biden's laptop. So Hunter Biden's laptop is in the possession of the FBI for a period of time. They would have been able to verify it like that. It's not even a trick for the FBI. And they know it exists. They've got the damn thing. And then, very interestingly, we now have the sworn declaration from Joel Roth talking about his interactions with the FBI. During these weekly meetings, the federal law enforcement agencies communicated that they expected hack and leak operations by state actors might occur in the period shortly before the 2020 presidential election, likely in October, when the story dropped. Winky dinky winky. I was told in these meetings that the intelligence community expected that individuals associated with political campaigns, so not in them, but associated with people who are in them, would be subject to hacking attacks, and that material obtained through those hacking attacks would likely be disseminated over social media platforms, including Twitter. These expectations of hack and leak operations were discussed throughout 2020. I also learned in these meetings that there were rumors that a hack and leak operation would involve Hunter Biden. Holy shit. I mean, at this point, FBI and other law enforcement agencies, quote, repeatedly primed Joel Roth to dismiss the reports. Shit, this isn't even priming, my son. This is black and white here. And again, this is the sworn declaration of Joel Roth here, so you kinda gotta believe it. So, what appears to have happened is that the FBI knew the story was coming because they had the laptop, and they apparently knew when it was going to break as well, to the point that they were able to ready Joel Roth to intercept this story in particular. As later on he said, Roth said, it set off every single one of my finely tuned APT-28 hack and leak campaign alarm bells, as he had been primed to expect a Russian hacking group, APT-28, to release the news of the Hunter Biden laptop, or before this Hunter Biden laptop came out. That is clever. Holy shit. You gotta admire it, don't you? Like, This is some tradecraft right here. And yeah, it's insidious shit beyond belief, but you gotta take a step back and just admire it for a second, don't you? So, the FBI knows, right? They can't just send an email to Joel Roth and say, hey, kill this story now, because it'll raise some questions. Unsurprisingly so. It would raise some very disturbing questions. But if they know the story is coming out, hell, apparently they even know when generally it's going to come out, well, they got plenty of lead up, don't they, to kind of whisper in his ear like, hey, by the way, we think there's going to be a bunch of hacked materials coming out around about this time, and, you know, possibly including a close member of the Biden campaign, maybe a family member, you know. It's Hunter Biden, by the way. It's insidious because, okay, From our perspective, right, with the previous hacked Twitter files, what appeared to have happened, and this was the entirely logical thing to believe, mind you, as well, was that the FBI had set up their task group after 2016, because that is the election we are allowed to question, and the foreign interference in it. Okay, then they went around to other people, including the Facebook too, which I think they mention in here somewhere. Ah, there we go. They go to them and they tell them to be on the lookout for hacked material. Okay, that's shady shit coming from an intelligence service, but the steelman position of this is that they're kind of just doing their job. Like, okay, we suspect that there might have been foreign influence in the 2016 election, and therefore you might need to be wary of it in this one. Okay, that's a steelman position. And then Twitter organically and independently chose to kill the story, and then English arts eventually later on realized, oh shit, this was a mistake, we're sorry, we shouldn't have done that, we handled it poorly. But it looked like an organic decision within Twitter, whereas in reality it was set up by the FBI to the point where, let's see here, as of 2020, there were so many former FBI employees, Boo alumni, working at Twitter that they had created their own private Slack channel and a crib sheet to onboard new FBI arrivals. Holy shit. So Twitter is overrun with ex-feds. Ex-feds. Because there is such a thing, you see. And incidentally, would you be interested in a very large clock in London? And one of these people, who were the next FBI agent, apparently also here, Inspector Roth, Baker repeatedly insisted that Hunter Biden materials were either faked, so Baker here was the ex-FBI agent, were either faked, hacked, or both, and a violation of Twitter policy. Baker does so over email and in Google Doc on October 14 and 15. So here you have the previous FBI agent towing the FBI party line inside of Twitter. That's brilliant. It's actually brilliant. I love it. I hate it, but I also love it. Like, holy shit. So, it's actually kind of difficult to wrap your head around this level of shit, isn't it? Because this is really some movie nonsense here. So the FBI knew about the laptop. They knew it was going to leak specifically in that time frame. They primed the head of the Twitter guy who would do it. Then they made sure that they had their own agents inside of Twitter to push him over the edge. And to any outside observer that doesn't have that full 100% clear picture, you will be none the wiser. Wow. And of course, this is just a part of it. The FBI was also pushing for more and more information to be disclosed about Twitter's users as well, which, to be fair, to Twitter's credit, for once, they were pushing back on. Let's see here. There were a mention of here, and the pressure from the FBI on social media platforms continue. In August 2022, Twitter execs prepared for a meeting with the FBI, whose goal was to, quote, convince us to produce on more FBI EDRs, with the EDR being an emergency disclosure request, which is a warrantless request. So they were asking Twitter to give the FBI more information and to accept more of their requests without warrants and without court orders or intervention. It isn't that Twitter was always an FBI puppet. It is that the FBI turned Twitter into its puppet. Jesus. And speaking of, there's a lot of Twitter ex-FBI people working at Twitter. I wonder how many people at Facebook or even at YouTube used to work for the FBI. This is some not speaky on YouTube level shit right here, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Okay, see, you could kind of argue the previous Twitter files were, kind of shit we already knew, but this is a new level, honestly. Now, yeah, you could say we kind of insinuated this. We had a general guess, but our guess was simply that these platforms had been influenced accidentally by the FBI, whereas this appears to prove quite conclusively that there was a hell of a lot more than mere influencing going on. I don't know whether to laugh or be depressed, so I choose to laugh. Christ, okay, well, that is by far the most explosive Twitter file so far, and no doubt about it. What does all of this mean? For my own channel's integrity, I'm gonna leave that up to your imagination, because this is something to digest, isn't it? Do let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below, though, as I'm very interested in seeing your opinions on this one. Until next time, I've been Arch, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Have a good day.